You have just seen a collection of photos of me sewing the dedication quilt pieces together. Sewing the dedication quilt pieces took about 4 months to do, took so many hours. If I could guess, probably hundreds of hours. It was so difficult, to say the least. If I might make a challenge, go to your local store and go take a look at a king-size bed sheet. And you'll notice at the ends of them, or the sides of them, they're folded over and then sewn. Now, when you're looking at it, try to visualize taking two ends together and trying to visualize taking a small needle and thread and trying to push it through. Doesn't work. Therefore, we had to use a 4-inch needle and I had to use yarn. Now, that presented a problem in and of itself. The needle's strong enough, and so is the yarn. However, when you thread the needle with yarn and you tie the knot, now when you push that needle through, you have to push that knot through. So I'd say about 3 or 4 out of 10 times when you're pulling the needle through, the yarn breaks because the knot doesn't come through the hole. And it takes some strength to get it through, and that's why it breaks. And you saw a photo of Dominique. Poor Dominique. She tried so hard. She just didn't have the strength in her arms or her wrists to pull the yarn through the hole. So when we set out to do this, we had envisioned that maybe we could get like grandmother clubs or high school clubs or high school students to help do the sewing. No. It takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of strength, upper body strength, to do the sewing of these dedication quilt pieces. Your fingers get numb. Your biceps get sore. It's the task at hand was not expected. I did not expect to have this much difficulty with this task. However, it was worth it. It had to be done. Now, think about at the corners. And you've got to sew all 4 of them together at the very corners, at the tips. Nearly impossible. That's why I started, when I was sewing the sides, I started sewing every 2-3 inches because it just would take forever to do. It would just take years to sew these together if we did it closer together like they should be done, like a machine would do. There's just no way a machine could do this. So we knew that going in, but we didn't think it was going to be this hard. It was a project. It took a lot of time. I volunteered every single hour, every single week, every single month. I sat in front of my TV watching basketball or football games. I would listen to music. I was in deep thought, reflecting, thinking of September 11th, focusing. As you saw in the photos, it became very, very confusing with the quilt pieces, which way was up, which way was down, which way was sideways. It was a very difficult task. And I don't know if the reporter even thought about this. It was a huge effort. The photos don't lie. But the victims deserved no less. And if I had to do it again, I absolutely would. It was a labor of love, and it was well worth it.